welcome to Winging It Buffalo Style. I'm Brittany Small.
And I'm Ed Drench. We are the crack team today, filling in for Matt Snyder and Diana Fairbanks while they have the day off on this Memorial Day.
I know, they're enjoying themselves, and I'm sure you guys are too at home. And today is the unofficial kickoff to summer, and we've got a lot of chefs in the kitchen with us today. We've got the Girl Scouts of Western New York with us. They're going to show us some great summer programs that they have, and they're going to show us some great campfire treats that I'm excited to try.
Yeah, and you always gotta love the Girl Scout cookies too, and you know they're in the kitchen also, so hopefully we'll get a quick snack on one of those. Did you go to the movies this weekend? Did you do anything fun?
I did watch a movie on demand, but I did want to go see Fast and Furious.
Well, there are a lot of good movies like Fast and Furious out this weekend, so we'll get a quick look at all the buzzworthy movies that are out on this Memorial Day weekend coming up in just a little while.
And you know, Mike Syke has been telling us it's a little chilly out there this morning. I'm sure you've noticed if your windows are open like mine, but I'm sure people are still going to go out to the water today, put their boats out, and if you are, we've got some safe boating tips for you and your family that you won't want to miss.
So the true meaning for this day is honoring our men and women in military service, and coming up later in the hot sauce, we'll learn about the Western New York Heroes Foundation and how they help our local veterans and their families. And we wanted to take a minute right off the top of the show to discuss the real reason for today, Memorial Day. You know, it's an honor, really, to be in the presence of a military member, a veteran, or a service member who's out there today, and we thank them for their service, those who've made the ultimate sacrifice and paid the ultimate price. We thank them for everything that they've done to fight for our freedom, and, you know, there are so many things about today that make you so happy to be American. You know, you see all of the celebrations going on, maybe at the parade, you're going to a parade, and it's nice to be in everyone's company. You know, it's just it's a fun time to come together as a community, as a nation, you know, and honor the people who have fought so hard to make us free.
I love the people at these events because they're very passionate.
Right.
They stand there and they are just so excited to be there amongst fellow servicemen and women, and they stand there in honor of those who were so dedicated and paid the ultimate sacrifice when they were just willing to go out and fight for our freedom, but some and died, and we honor their sacrifice and their dedication today because we understand that freedom isn't free, and they went out there and they fought for us.
You're taking a look at some video, or you were taking a look at some video of some soldiers who were returning home from their trips, their deployments overseas, and some of those that I've covered are just some of the most emotional stories that I've ever been on, it's an honor to cover those stories, and you just feel how happy they are to fight for our freedom and to be back with their families. So, you know, we always thank them once again for their service. I have to say, though, that I saw an anchor reporter from a different market who tweeted Happy Memorial Day today, and, you know, hashtag wear white, it's the reason for this season, but it's not. We have to honor our service members. So again, I can't say it enough. Thank you, thank you, thank you for your service.
Absolutely. And speaking of all of our servicemen and women, we got this really cool reported pic about, you know, one of the things that we honor on this Memorial Day, the Buffalo Marathon. Katie sent us this photo of several men in full military attire and gear, and she tells us they all ran 26.2 miles, and they all got geared up.
Can you imagine carrying all that stuff for 26 miles?
No.
Holy cow. But, I mean, they are Army strong, you know?
Can you imagine all the training that went into that?
Seriously, I mean, people train enough for a marathon as it is. I mean, months and months for a marathon.
You're very right. And then to put that on top of that?
Unbelievable. Well, as you can imagine.
Yes, there was also a very memorable moment at the marathon yesterday. A couple had an amazing moment at the finish line. How sweet. According to Buffalo Marathon Facebook page, that's Matt West, who came all the way from Wisconsin to run his 20th marathon here in Buffalo. And at the finish line, he got down on one knee and popped the question to his girlfriend, Sarah, who you can see did not hesitate to say yes.
You know, he carried the ring with him, according to their Facebook page, for the entire marathon. So not only did you have to have the mental stress of running 26.2 miles around Buffalo, you also have to carry this ring with you.
That's so sweet.
Oh my gosh, can you imagine just making sure that you have it? I'd be like, you know, I feel naked without my cell phone and my wallet.
To make sure it's on the whole time.
Exactly.
That is true dedication. I love it, everyone.
I do too. Well, back to Memorial Day tributes and celebrations. If you're looking for a place to honor our servicemen and women, here's Anthony Condu with a roundup of where you can do just that.
Kenmore residents can watch the annual parade travel down Delaware Avenue at 11, but a handful of Western New York communities will gather to honor the country's servicemen and women throughout the day. Parades will be held in Collins Center, Orchard Park, and Lancaster at 9 a.m. At 10, Springville, Hamburg, and West Seneca will also honor our servicemen and women, past and present. Cemeteries will also be the sites of solemn tributes. Williamsville Cemetery will honor and salute veterans with a special ceremony for the 75th year. At Forest Lawn, the Erie County American Legion hosts its annual Memorial Day ceremony in front of the American Legion Memorial Monument near the Main Street Gate. In Washington, President Obama is set to lay a wreath at the Tomb of the Unknowns in Arlington National Cemetery this morning at 11. The event is expected to have 5,000 attendees. And Memorial Day is commonly recognized as the unofficial start to summer, so while we're relaxing in the warmth and open air, remember the men and women who valiantly fought so we would have the right to do so.
Well said, Anthony. Thank you very much. For a full list of Memorial Day events, you can head over to our website, WIVB.com or wingingit.tv. Meantime, there's a lot happening in our kitchen. Here's Brittany with the Girl Scouts.